Hello, I am Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, and I
Chris
don't
is
have any
laughing
bubbles
at
in
me
my
for
throat.
no reason.
Anyway, I'm Chris, also a co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're branding to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto super easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track, so thanks for joining us on our keto journey.
Indeed. We just came from Dustin and Chandra, and they were talking about meat stock.
Yeah?
And I was like, how do they do the meals? Is it just meat in a trough? And I'm like, now I kind of want meat from a trough.
No. Gross.
Anyway, let's say hi to the people who are here already.
Hello.
We've got Storm Chasing Gal who had eggnog today.
Delish.
So a couple of weeks ago, somebody found a random box that had some chocolate malt. I made some of those into Ninja Creamies, and I had one of those today. And today, Travis, one of our customer service guys, there was a box that we shipped international. And it was like a year to come back or something.
Yeah.
It totally had some root beer. And I got like 5 of them, and I gave them to you.
Yep. I took them home and I put them in the cupboard.
So, anyway, but that's beside the point. Eggnog sounds good.
Yeah.
Bob Donna says my husband is having snickerdoodle creamy. I'm assuming that's Donna saying
yeah.
that. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Here,
Hey,
just move that.
what if I want to drink
You
that?
can get it from down here.
Storm Chasing Gal is having chili.
Yum.
Raggedy Ann says hello from Cold Windy, Virginia.
Yeah, it's cold here too.
Maria is watching on the
very snowy,
TV,
though.
but typing on the phone.
Yay.
Donna's doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs.
Nice.
BBBE. JD is here, so is Cynthia.
Hi, Cynthia.
And
Hi,
Angel
JD.
does.
Hi, Angel.
Says, greetings from Oregon. Purple and Nana is here. So is
Hi,
Nancy
Debbie.
Harrison from
Hi,
Washington
Nancy.
State. Michelle's here. Patricia,
Hi,
Massachusetts, in the
Hi,
house.
Patricia.
Exposing Darkness is
Steph.
here, and Bob is here from cold southeast Arizona.
Yeah, I bet it's not as cold as it is here.
B. Wilk is here, first live. Welcome.
Yay! Glad you're here.
This is the perks of being the boss. No, here's the thing. He took the stuff from that box and he put it into because it was a return, because it was expired. It
Right.
actually has a Best By date of 2022, but you can add 2 years to it, so it's actually 2025. But it was put into the we can't sell this, someone take it home and make good
Yeah.
use of it.
Which
And,
Chris likes to check that one out first.
Oh man, I ran over to that box. Low Carb Spin is here, addicted to Coco Loco.
Oh, good. I've been having that lately because it's cold. It's not super cold here. I know a lot of places it's a lot
Yeah,
colder.
it's not super cool.
But it's like 30s.
Yep. And speaking of Coco Loco, the question came up today: how much cocoa powder is in Coco Loco?
Oh,
0.8 of a gram.
very little.
And
Just enough to make it harder to mix up than the rest.
yes, it does take a little bit more time. And the Caramel Vibes has 0.4 of a gram of cocoa powder. Anyway, Deb is here, loves chocolate malt. Yeah, me too. I still have a stash and I'm rationing. Me too. I actually made 4 of them on Sunday.
Yes, and I'm not going to eat them.
Exposing Darkness says, I want to start a poll on who would buy peppermint and how many they would buy. You could go ahead. It's not going to come out anytime soon. At this point,
It's over.
we said, well, when we finally get it, we'll probably introduce it for fall, winter of 2025.
We're not going to get it.
Gail is here. Cannot wait for
Hi,
beef,
Gail.
butter, bacon, and eggs to be over. Have some raspberry cheesecake and chocolate peanut butter in my freezer. Waiting on my
Nice.
Ninja
I had
Creamy.
raspberry cheesecake for lunch today.
Storm
that you
Chasing Gal
made.
wants
Thank
to
you,
see.
by the way.
Oh, you're welcome. Storm Chasing Gal wants to see your shoes
Oh, I am
and
not
wants to see
wearing shoes.
butterscotch, but
I have slippers on. Christmas slippers.
Maritza is here. Vigil Keto says, howdy, howdy. And Shauna is here as well. JD
Shauna.
Smitty says, I am 2 weeks in now with Keto Chow. Down a total of 9.3 pounds.
Yes.
There you go. That's
Good
amazing.
job. That's awesome.
And people are going to say, oh, it's only water weight. Who cares? Rhonda says, good evening.
It can't all be water weight.
We can't all be acupuncturists. Lena's here. So Patty's here from Blackfoot, Idaho. Patsy, sorry. Sheesh. Anyway, Meg's here. So is Sarah G. and Molly laughs a lot.
Hey, Meg.
Chris Cooking Nashville is here as well.
Hi, Evelyn.
I had never heard this before, but apparently Ash does a YouTube show called Ash Wednesday.
On Wednesdays.
Yeah, I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyway, Evelyn's here. So is Amy and Jackie's Keto Journey.
Hey.
Like since it's
Congratulations,
cold in the teens.
Jackie, by the way. Yeah, that's
let's
cold.
see. Maritza had Coco Loco in coffee this morning. That's awesome. And Chris likes my Buc-ee's. The funny thing is, Buc-ee's does a really good job with their merch. Their food is kind of meh because I don't eat the banana pudding. But Victor, Southern Keto,
ate the banana pudding?
did a banana pudding recipe.
Oh.
I think it might be Two Crazy Keto's recipe or it's an adaptation of that.
Yeah, it
but
could just
still,
be a banana pudding recipe.
And Chris, I'm not going to give it away, but he's got something coming that he might have leaked to me in confidence that I'm not going to give anything more.
Did he leak you the recipe so we could actually make it?
No, not yet. I think if you want the recipe early, you have to join his his
membership. He's on Mighty Networks. Yeah. I haven't joined that yet.
Crystal misses the chocolate malts. Bubbles is here.
Hi.
Marie says spiced apple cider salty would be great on these chilly days. Just
yeah.
saying. And there was a good discussion about how you could do that. Marie recommended using some apple cider vinegar and some sweetener and stuff like that. Another person recommended using apple tea, like an herbal tea.
Yeah, totally.
And mixing that with the clean slate.
Oh,
salty.
that's a good idea.
And someone said, what's clean slate? It's like, oh boy, here we go. Carrie was talking about doing a job interview.
Yay!
Hey, there's Ash Taylor right there.
Yeah.
Well, it's my Buc-ee shirt. Here's the funny thing. For the last year, every time we fly on an airplane, I specifically wear Buc-ee shirts.
Because everybody likes him.
It's hilarious.
Buc-ee's!
And I did the same thing to someone. We were walking through the mall the other day.
It was really funny.
And someone was wearing a Buc-ee shirt. And out of the blue, I saw it. And I unzipped my hoodie. And I'm like, Buc-ee's! And I was like, wait, was I actually wearing the Buc-ee shirt I thought I was wearing? And I was.
It was so funny.
Really funny. Let's see. Rhonda had an orange cream keto chow shake for breakfast. That sounds good.
Yum.
Joanne's here from Arizona. Bubbles had a cherry chill today.
Nice.
Salty. That's amazing. Right now, I've got cherry chill mixed with lemon lime twist. One of each in a 1 liter bottle. So good.
Yep. I had grapefruit this morning and chocolate at work. Coco Loco.
Okay. Crystal Harris made a raspberry cheesecake keto chow for tomorrow.
Yes.
Nice. And Donna's here from Texas.
I am still eating Ninja Creamies even though it's so cold.
Oh, yeah.
What I do is I put on a coat and a blanket and then eat my Ninja Creamy. And
Well, you could do what Rachel used to
take
do.
a bath?
She would eat it in the bath.
I can't do that at work though.
No, probably not.
But I do have a little space heater by my desk, so if I end up eating at my desk, I just turn on the space heater and then I'm okay.
Okay. Molly Lassalot says I bought all the big bags of the new flavors of salty and can't wait to drink them after we finish beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Crystal Harris is here. Suzanne says hi, Bears. Carrie is here.
Lady
Fritzader is here as well. Let's see. Teresa is here from Michigan.
That's where I got my hat.
Let's see. And Jackie says, thank you. I wish you were closer so you could come.
I know. I want to come.
Do we all have snow? We got like a half an inch.
Oh, we got not even
over
enough
the last
to shovel.
month.
Yeah,
it was on Sunday morning. It burned off. Even though, okay, I swore I would never buy a north-facing house because Around here, when you have a north-facing house,
That's where the snow stays.
your driveway is never clear. So we got an east-facing house, and it didn't even occur to me until
Winter.
6 months later that our driveway faces north.
Our driveway's on the wrong side of the house. So
is.
it faces this way. Our house faces this way, but the driveway faces that way.
So funny.
But it's all a matter of perspective, right? Because our old house was like on this like hill thing.
It was like a
So,
20-degree angle.
It was
crazy.
the driveway was like this.
It wasn't quite that.
Yeah,
But it was steep enough they had to get a variance approved by the county in order to build because, it was
didn't
too steep.
feel that steep in the front yard though.
Yeah.
Because like the porch went out a little bit, and then you also we had this really big side yard on the other side, so the front yard was kind of little and steep, and then the backyard was this huge hill, which was awesome, and we would slide
go
down
sledding
it,
on it.
and we had like this vertical garden and stuff, so that was cool. But in the snow, it was difficult, and it was steep enough that you had to do tire tracks.
You
so
also
that you
had
could
to get enough inertia to get your front tires
into the garage,
and
then
you could
pull the car
yourself.
the rest of the way up. Otherwise, you'd be on the driveway just trying to get
Jen
up.
Werner is here, and Gina is here as well on this terrific
Gina. Hi,
Tuesday.
Jen.
Shauna says, I saw a pic of those Voldemort things, which I'll rename nameless, right? Chris says, love it. I'll send you guys the recipe when I finalize it. Nice. I've got a lemon lime twist salty with a splash of almond extract and lemon juice. That sounds good.
Nice.
Oh, and Shauna's been drinking hot salty lately.
That's me too. I've been doing the Coco Loco hot.
Janelle is here, just stopping in.
Hello.
Easy Peasy Keto's here from OH.
I
There you go.
Sorry, I was like, no one else is going to answer, honey.
Shauna says, I sent...
Easy
What?
peasy keto. How are you feeling? Is your hubby feeling? Are you guys all better yet? Question.
Shauna sent you a picture of a Buc-ee's inflatable Christmas decoration from the neighbor. Nice.
Oh, yay.
Jen says, I tried to move my subscription to get some sooner and I couldn't. It said some of the flavors were out of stock. Oh, interesting. Then they probably were out of stock at the time. I know... Oh, what flavor is it that's out of stock? Apple pie singles are currently out of stock. I think we're getting them pretty soon.
I don't know I don't have a message from you, Shauna.
Amy says, I'm ready to buy a bulk bag of Keto Chow. It's a better deal. Then which one should I buy first? Chocolate.
Which one do you like best?
Yeah, that's
what you should buy.
And just so you know, this has come up, I think this came up last live stream.
Yeah.
The least expensive way to buy Keto Chow, by far,
Yes.
is to come to if you go to Shakes, you go to subscribe and save. Let me just make sure that
After these
yes.
messages, we'll be right
If you
back.
do the surprise box, it's 20% off. But if you do the custom box, it starts at 15% off, and then it grows to 20% as you stay subscribed.
As long as you keep the subscription active. You can have it paused,
Yeah.
but if you keep it active, then you can get that 20% off, which means you can pretty much do whatever you want. So that's the best deal.
But if you do the Build-A-Box and you only get the large bags,
Yeah.
and you allow it to stay subscribed until you're doing 20% off, like that is how you basically have the best sale we will ever offer.
The best sale ever.
All the time. Every day of the year. And you can get whatever ones you want. So you can also
there
throw
it goes.
Salty into there.
There it is, Shauna.
Tamara is here from Arizona. Nice. And Shauna can't type today. Oh, there it is. Buc-ee's. Jackie says, my
cute.
fiance loves your daily minerals.
Yay!
The heathen just takes it like a shot.
Ooh, good for him.
Exposing Darkness says, no Buc-ee's anyone near me. Yeah, it's 1,900 miles to the closest Buc-ee's
Yes, very
from us.
far for us.
Teresa says, you went to Grand Haven. Love it. I know. I did.
Yeah,
But,
I did. It was really fun. I have a friend who lives in Michigan, and I went there for the first time this last summer.
Lori says, hi from Roanoke, Virginia, using 1 Keto Chow meal replacement daily. Just beginning.
Yay!
Well, welcome.
Glad you're here. Thanks for joining
Bubble
us.
says, I thought Utah was flat. No.
Utah is a mountain.
The name literally means in the tops of the mountains.
Yeah. So our elevation at our house is 4,000 feet.
4,600.
That's what I said.
Yeah. But right outside of our window, there are mountains that are 12,000 feet tall.
Yeah.
So we live in a valley.
But not outside our window. It takes a while to get
across
there.
the valley.
When I was a little girl, I thought you could walk there. But then you had to drive like an hour.
It was really funny.
Even though they're close, they're not that close.
Joe and Rachel from Two Crazy Ketos came to visit, and we took them, it was in the summer, we took them to the Snowbird Ski Resort.
Oh, yeah, that's high.
We took them up on the tram, and it was at like 11,500 feet. And you can feel it.
Yeah, you can feel it.
You walk
it's
up
harder
a
to
couple
breathe.
stairs, and you're like, oh.
So if you're going to train for a marathon, go in the mountains and do it.
Yeah. And the ultraviolet light, the atmosphere is so thin.
Yeah.
Like you can feel yourself burning. It's crazy. Yeah. It is very not
we
flat
love the
here.
mountains.
Speaking of Utah, Andrew's here from Syracuse.
Yeah.
We have a north-facing yard too. Such a pain
Oh,
when everyone's
sorry.
snow melts, except for yours.
I know. You're like, oh, well, I should have built the snowman in the driveway. Then it would have stayed for the whole entire winter.
JD got 16 and a half inches. Wow.
Whoa.
That's crazy. And Marie says that's about how my driveway is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, but I'm just saying the perspective is it's fine because it's a little short driveway, but it's completely flat. So you can just drive right over the snow
level.
and it's totally
level.
fine. Yes, it's level.
It's not flat.
It's not flat. It's level. And it's so short. So we're just like, meh. Whereas the other one was like this hill and you'd have to like try to get up. It was quite
and it's not snowing because I have the snow blower ready to go.
It's ready to go.
Yeah.
And we have a perfectly capable 19-year-old boy whose permanent job is snow blow and mow
and trim.
And trim.
And
And so
he
has not had to do anything in a long time.
Big dummy.
Poor
Anyway,
thing.
Reese says here, finished a caramel macchiato keto chow for lunch. Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Marianne is here from North Carolina. They got snow in North Carolina.
Everybody's getting snow but us.
Supposing Darkness had warm maple waffle. Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, that does sound good.
Jeannie's here from
Hey,
Port
Jeannie.
Orchard, Washington.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, and Jen says, yeah, the apple pie. That's what's causing the problem.
Oh, yep.
So what you can do is you can
Just
go in and
swap it out for
change
something else.
to something else, and then you can let it go right away.
Yep.
Evelyn wants to know, is natural strawberry gone for good or coming back? It is in the process of being restocked. We'll probably talk more about natural strawberry next week. It's not going to be in stock next week.
No.
But yeah,
But we want to talk
coming
about
back.
it next week.
Cynthia says, question about recipes. Does Keto Chow have recipes on the site created by influencers? Some. So,
a lot of them are by some chefs, keto chefs.
Yeah.
So we've got Carrie Brown, we've got Tiffany Allred.
and we did do
got
a
Elrod,
recipe.
We've done a couple recipe challenges. And people have submitted recipes and we tested them all out and tried them and that was really fun.
Yep. Oh my gosh. I was trying to show it, but we were
I want to eat those
covering
fish
it up.
tacos.
So you see Taffany has done a lot. Carrie Brown has done a lot. Random Keto Chow, which a lot of those are from the
They're us
recipe challenge.
Yeah.
And when you get ones from me, they're always just dumb, like Lazy Engineer Shredded Beef.
Yeah.
That's not my recipe. I don't know why that's under my name. This one,
That
I
is your
adapted it,
Jell-O
yeah.
recipe.
Yeah, is it?
Yep.
This is not me. See, this is Joe Stoffer, so it's categorized wrong. Anyway.
Chris, take credit. It's fine.
Nope, it's not me. Lisa says, I tried to delete my subscription to the recipe cards and won't let me remove it. If you're having problems with anything like that,
Oh, yeah, reach out.
reach out to our team.
They'll be able to look through and see what the problem is.
Yeah. Cynthia wants to know, are all the recipe cards going to be on the site? They currently are on the site.
Yep.
So if you go to the, what's it called? It's under gear. And you can find the recipe cards here.
Yep. And we only have the ones that we have left. So we're no longer making them.
So up through December 2024. So these are the ones that are currently available. But yep, they're right there right now. Oh, you mean are they going to be added as recipes to the site? I think so.
Yeah. A lot of them already are. Some of
Yep.
them are in line to be put on the site.
Yep. Easy Peasy Keto is on the mending side, but Kim
Good.
is still climbing the hill.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tell Ken, give him our love, and sorry you're sick. That stinks. Sam is sick. He's been out of school for a week. He just sits on the sofa and watches shows all day and coughs all day long.
He's gone through, I think, every episode of Phineas and Ferb twice in the last week. Evelyn says, I'm only missing one pack of recipe cards because December wasn't available when I ordered it. Can I get them? Yes, they are. You can't add them to the subscription, but you can add them as a single item.
A single item, yeah.
Yep.
And if you need help with that, reach out to customer service and they can walk you through it.
Rhonda says you can get orange cream in singles now. Just got some.
Yeah.
Nice. Shauna says, same with me. I bought a snow blower, and we've got no snow in Wisconsin.
What the
except for
heck?
a dusting. What is up with that?
Next year.
Jen says, are there big bags of chocolate core unsweetened? We used to have the unsweetened.
Yeah.
So if you look at the leaderboard popular flavors post that we did in May of 2024, that's when we announced that the core is really not doing well, except for the sweetened chocolate. And because of that, we were going to discontinue the chocolate unsweetened large bags.
Yeah.
We just aren't selling enough to justify the minimum order quantities. If we order less than the minimum, the price almost doubles. It's crazy. Like it is not linear at all. So unfortunately, we don't have the large bags of the chocolate core unsweetened. Jackie says I moved north and expected more. Got only an inch in Indiana. 6 to 7 inches where I used to be. Evelyn is predicting big bags of birthday cake. Talking about minimum orders. Melissa says, you are the only ones without snow. Our grand total of snow to date in eastern Iowa is well under 2 inches.
Yeah,
see?
Ours is probably under that for sure.
Half inch of ice plus sleet. There you go.
Yeah.
Crystal says we got 4 inches of snow in Georgia. Sheesh.
Wow.
So funny. Says, I need to know what to do with the mocha I bought on sale. I do not like it as a bake.
Probably mean shake.
Shake. Okay. It's the first one I've tried that I didn't care for. A lot of people mix it into their coffee. Yep. You can cook with it. There's pretty much any of the recipes on our website work with any of the flavors.
Yep.
So see if there's something that piques your interest. Marion says, I just want to thank you for the wonderful closure on the bulk bags. It's so easy to close.
Yes.
So with the new version 3 ones, it's got the kind of a weird, it looks like Velcro zipper.
Yeah, it totally looks like Velcro.
It doesn't block air. It doesn't seal as well, but it seals better.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's not as airtight, but it's a lot easier to use. Storm Chasing Gal says, big bags of classic donut. Well, since 2022, all of the new flavors are introduced as a limited edition only in the singles. And depending on how they sell, we will sometimes reorder them immediately. Sometimes we'll put in an order for large bags. Sometimes we go, well, let's see how it goes. And sometimes we say, that was fun. Well, right now, because the classic donut is brand new, it hasn't even sold out yet. There will never be large bags of a limited edition until well after they have sold out.
Right.
That's just how it goes. So let's see. Risa says we've gotten hardly any snow so far here.
Oh, yeah.
New Jersey.
Same as us.
Oh, Meg's had a couple of abscessed teeth. My client had me on antibiotics. See him on Thursday for a root canal.
Client.
Oh, dentist. We're sorry. Anyway, been making Keto Chow hot cereal for breakfast since chewing is hard.
Dentist problem. Mouth pain is awful.
Crystal likes Phineas and Ferb, and Marie recommends the mocha cookies or her brownie recipe.
Yes, those are delicious.
And Crystal says, when it was snowing, I was singing, "It's winter."
Yeah.
Well, the
we just watched that episode the other day.
When we came upstairs, they were watching the episode of Phineas and Ferb where they meet Meep. Okay. Hey, Miriam.
Yeah?
Let's start with mixing. Okay, so Bonnie asked, this may be a weird question, but I see so many saying to use melted butter to replace heavy whipping cream.
Sorry.
Doesn't the butter solidify in the cold shake and get weird?
Oh my gosh, I totally thought that was going to be the case, and it
Yep.
does not. It is so really weird, right? But the acacia gum is an emulsifier, and so if you mix it in, then it will mix together.
So warm water,
That's the key.
melted butter, get them mixed, and as long as it was mixed properly and at the right temperature, most of the time,
Yeah.
there is no separation, there's no clumping that doesn't solidify out, even when you put it in the fridge. But what do you do if it does solidify and get clumpy?
If it does, then I would pour it into a mug and heat it up and drink it hot.
Hot chocolate!
So good.
It is so good. And you can do that even if it doesn't clump up. Yeah, warm Keto Chow, hot Keto Chow.
Yep.
And you like to use those little coffee stirring straws.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Bubbles is really enjoying the banana bread Keto Chow.
Nice.
Shauna says, I'm looking in my big bag Keto Chow stash and found an unopened apple pie.
Woo, winning.
Kaylee says, hello from North Texas. We just had about 8 inches of snow.
Oh my gosh.
Send it our way.
I know, I'm so sad.
It has been a strange winter. And Crystal says, if you mix mocha with vanilla cream, salted caramel, or butterscotch, maybe they'd like it better.
Oh, that's a good point.
And JD Smithy says, butter with salted caramel is fire. I
Yeah,
agree
it's
with
so good. So good.
you. Okay, speaking of mixing, what about mixing Keto Chow with just unsweetened almond milk?
Okay, so we've talked about this a little bit off and on. You can do that. The reason why we suggest that you use some fat is
Like
because
heavy
there are
cream or butter or coconut
fat-soluble
oil.
vitamins
Yeah.
in it, and we want you to absorb those things.
And almond
So-
milk is not a good source of fat.
Nope.
It's white water with a little bit of flavoring.
White water.
It works really good as the water component for mixing up Keto Chow.
Yeah.
But the whole point of Keto Chow, well, the whole point is that it's a nutritionally complete meal. It's designed to be satiating and satisfying and tide you over for a full 8 hours. Today at work, I forgot to eat breakfast. I had a Keto Chow Ninja Creamy, and that was fine. I was actually really happy with that. Was all I had eaten until I got home. Whereas if you just use almond milk, at that point you have like a 150 calorie protein snack.
That has a lot of electrolytes and vitamins in it.
It's got a lot of electrolytes. It probably tastes pretty good, but it's not really a meal.
Yep. But I think as long as you know that and you make a decision to do that, then that's fine. But you probably want to be getting your vitamins elsewhere because
True.
you may not be able to absorb them. Why is my nose itching?
I don't know. Maybe people are thinking about you.
You are.
Okay, and that brings up another question. Someone asked, what is the difference between Keto Chow and Health Code, HLTH code?
Okay, well, this is one we've talked about quite a bit too. It's supposed to be a meal shake, a meal replacement
Health
shake,
Code is.
right? They only have a few ingredients that are different than ours. The magnesium is magnesium oxide.
Yeah, so at the Low Carb Cruise 2023, I did a presentation where I talked about getting nutrients in the optimal human forms. And Health Code, like you said, it's meant to be like a meal shake, but it's not meant to be complete nutrition. It's not meant to provide everything that you need and be able to replace any meal. It's more like a snack.
It's pretty close though. So like compared to other meal replacement shakes, I'd say it's more
a lot
complete than-
closer. Like it's about 60-70% of the way there to being a complete meal, but not quite. Also, if you've ever had a Keto Chow, it mixes up into a big blender bottle, and it's creamy and it's smooth, and not to cast shade on Health Code, but that when you mix it up, it's about 8 to 10 ounces. It's like a third the size.
If you follow the instructions.
It's really gritty. And to
I
Miriam's
bet if you
point,
added cream to it, it'd be better.
so these are the notes that we have attached to this
Yeah.
to this video. And if you follow the link that's in the description of this video, There's an exercise that I did on the low carb cruise. This is actually the presentation that I did. This ingredient list that's over on the left hand side. Well, this right here is actually the Costco multivitamins.
Okay.
And you see they're using zinc oxide, magnesium oxide, beta carotene, which is not vitamin A, folic acid instead of folate, cyanobalamin, which is the plant version of vitamin B12, which does not work as well. In fact, the only real good one that they're using is vitamin D3.
Can you say vitamin D3? Cholecalciferol.
Cholecalciferol.
That's what I said.
Yep. The problem is Health Code is using those same ones, specifically the magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide, if you see magnesium oxide in an ingredient, I guess, can I make that big?
I don't think so.
Bet you I can. If you see that in an ingredient, it means that the person who put that together did not care about anything except for their label claim of magnesium oxide. And maybe that's a generalization. And as we know, all generalizations are wrong.
Right.
But anyway, I invite you to check out the link in there, and you can see what my my suggested videos are.
Neely's at the top.
Yeah, she is. Anyway, I invite you to
gotta
check out the
actually
link.
post the link in the chat.
Oh, I guess I can. I mean, it's in the description of the video, but let me grab that. Bum, bum, bum.
Puzzles.
Speaking of Phineas and Ferb, there you go. Okay, so there's the link. So check it out. It's interesting.
Yeah.
That's the big difference. Okay, where were we? Evelyn says if it gets clumpy, I drink some of it clumpy, and then I add hot coffee and enjoy even more. Yep. There you go. Lynette is here. Crystal says, I remember Eep. My favorite part is when Eep puts on the mustache translator.
Oh, that's so cute.
So silly. Exposing Darkness likes to bump up the protein by adding the same flavor of Equip to Keto Chow.
Which you totally can do. You can add egg
totally
protein. You can add other things. We do gelatin. I'll do collagen sometimes. It's good.
Okay, speaking of that, Miriam.
Yeah.
Most people don't have any digestive issues with Keto Chow, but some do. What are some common causes and some fixes for those?
So a cause could be the fact that it's made with milk protein. If they have a sensitivity to that.
Yep.
Or if they're using heavy cream with it and they have a sensitivity to that and they don't know that. It could just be that they don't have a lot of dairy and their body's like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm not used to that.
More dairy than they're used to. More magnesium than they're used to.
That is true. It could, and magnesium can make you go fast. Something we've noticed that we like to recommend is adding gelatin to your Keto Chow because that seems to help with any digestive upset. So, and that can be pork gelatin, beef gelatin, whatever you want. If you do a teaspoon of gelatin, then that makes your shake a little bit thicker. That'll do the trick to help you feel better. If you add 2 teaspoons, it makes it like pudding. So if you want to have some Keto Chow pudding, then make it with gelatin like that. If you do 3 teaspoons of gelatin, then you have like Jell-O, and you take your blender bottle and you dump it out and eat it.
Now, how would people add gelatin to their Keto Chow?
I would just add it when you're mixing. You don't have to bloom it. I have never bloomed it. I'm sure you could.
So like you have it going in a blender and you sprinkle it in and let it mix in?
Yep.
Okay. If you're mixing it not in a blender, it may be better to bloom it. And if you're like me and you're like, what do you mean bloom? Are we talking about flowers? No, that's like you put it into cold water.
I didn't know
what
blooming gelatin was.
Let it soak up. Microwave to melt it.
Yeah.
And then add that to the Keto Chow.
Yeah. Which you can if you want to. We just have never found you needed to. So.
Now, and that a lot of people who have some digestive issues have found great relief by doing that.
Yeah.
They've even found that doing that for a little while, then they can stop and it's fine. Other people have noticed that, like you said, the heavy cream
Yeah.
can be problematic. We recommend you start Keto Chow with heavy cream just because it's so much easier
just
to
easy.
mix.
Yeah.
Me personally, about 4 months ago, we were doing a bunch of tests because we were trying to get peppermint approved, which ultimately it wasn't. We've put that off for a later date. But we were doing a lot of tests, and every time we do a test, we test it with heavy cream.
We have a control.
Yeah, and it had been so long since I had done Keto Chow with heavy cream that I started to get digestive issues when I used Keto Chow with heavy cream. After about 2 weeks of that, it stopped and went away.
Yeah.
And
But
I
you
was fine.
continued to use it is the thing.
I continued to use it because I was doing so many tests, and no way am I throwing away perfectly good Keto Chow.
Right.
But I normally don't have problems like that because I'm not using as much heavy cream. I typically mix up Keto Chow with butter.
Yeah, every time.
Or you can use something like coconut oil, avocado oil. I just really like butter because it makes the flavor come through
Yep.
really good.
We like it.
It's a little bit more difficult to mix because, as we talked about earlier, you need to use warm water.
And you
need
melt
to use
it.
melted butter, and you really should use a blender. You've done it successfully in a blender bottle
Yeah.
with butter. I have not. I have
right.
never had it work with just a blender bottle
Yeah.
and doing butter. But yeah, and like I said, you could use melted coconut oil,
Yep.
and that
Tallow,
seems to
beef
help
tallow.
a lot with the digestive issues as well. Some other people said, there were two different themes,
Things.
topics, discussion threads. Threads is the word I'm looking for on the Keto Chow Facebook support group, talking about digestive issues. And some people had said, hey, do you have issues with your gallbladder? That is one. A person said that they were having problems. It turned out it was their gallbladder, and they had to go to the doctor for it, and now they're fine. Other people say maybe you're having issues with oxalate dumping, or maybe there's some other thing that's not necessarily that's the problem. And then one thing that I think Marie has suggested in the past, and I know I've seen people do it as well, they mix up Keto Chow with just water, and then they make fat bombs with coconut oil and or butter.
And then eat them. Yum.
Eat them separately, which
Little
totally works.
Cheesecake fat bomb.
Yeah. Now, I like the flavor of Keto Chow with the fat mixed in.
Yeah.
I think it adds a lot of body to it. It just tastes better.
Yeah.
But if for whatever reason you're just doing it with water, but you have the fat in your digestive system at the same time, that's going to unlock those fat-soluble vitamins we talked about.
On that same note, we
Yes.
have done on our own, we've done some experiments where we've done Keto Chow only. And we've noticed when you first start, your body takes a minute to get used to just
True.
doing Keto Chow only. So it's possible if you haven't ever done a shake for a meal or something like that, your body just might take a little time to get used to it. So give it a couple of days and then try again. Also, one thing that I'm very adamant about is not changing more than one variable at once. So if you're starting a new plan and you're adding Keto Chow in, don't also add this and so other thing in, because you're not going to be able to identify what is causing the problem. So that's just my opinion. Only change one variable at one time.
Okay. Oh, dang it. You were saying something,
It's gone.
and I was going to talk about something.
Experiments.
Experiments. Bah.
Keto
Anyway.
Chow all by itself. If you do choose to do Keto Chow 3 meals a day and that's it, we advise you to add a little bit extra protein.
In fact, canned salmon works extremely
Yeah, we
well.
decided that we really like that. We put a little Redmond
Yeah.
real salt on it and just eat it out of the can. You can eat it hot or cold or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And it's good for if you're, trying to keep everything the same.
Yeah.
And it's just
And to
delicious.
be clear, we don't recommend to people that they do Keto Chow 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
That's not how most people use it. Only crazy people do stuff like that. But you can, if you were having dental surgery and you wanted to maintain a ketogenic diet, you totally could. We've had people do it for months or even years at a time. It's designed for that, but we don't necessarily recommend it because it's kind of a weird way to do things.
Yeah, also steak is delicious.
It is delicious. Amy wants to know, can you not add electrolytes to the subscription box? You can.
Yeah, you should be
It's
able
in like
to.
step number 2, or I actually think it might be down at the bottom. I'm trying to remember how the user interface is constructed right now, but it should be available as part of the subscription box.
Yes.
Not
and
the
if you have
surprise.
problems with it, reach out to customer service and they'll help you.
Yes, they will. Kathy says, my Ninja Creamy broke last week,
Oh,
but I got on the
sorry,
phone with them today,
Kathy.
and they're going to send me a new one.
Yay!
But they don't have the Breeze anymore.
Oh, that's okay.
We have the original one.
And it works
3 of
great.
them.
Yeah.
It works great. Love it. JD says, I got my butter and salted caramel in a Keto Chow blender bottle. Came out perfect.
Nice.
Rhonda wanted to know if we were having technical problems. Nope. Got 0 drop frames. Now, I have noticed, and Rhonda, if you're not seeing this, then you're not seeing it. I've noticed that a lot of times if I get on a YouTube stream before it starts,
Oh,
every once in a
sometimes you have
while-
to go out and then back in again.
yeah, like it doesn't connect. And so you'll see the chat messages going on, but you won't
And
actually
you're like,
see
why
the
can't
video.
I see the thing?
Like I've seen Joe and Rachel, I'm like,
They're
well, they
not
were supposed to be
coming
on 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And then I refresh and they've been on for 10 minutes. Anyway.
Yeah, I've had that happen too.
B-Duck says I use my blender and butter now mostly. Yeah.
Me too,
so
me too.
Laura's here from Florida.
Hey, Laura.
Oh, Cynthia says, okay, for a second I thought you were talking about adding canned salmon to Keto
Yeah,
Chow.
just dump that in there.
You put it on a
Delicious.
plate, you heat it up, throw a ton of Redmond salt on
Or
it.
just a regular amount of Redmond salt on it. Or you could put some hot sauce on it. That would be good.
Jen says I mixed my Keto Chow with Instant Pot yogurt made with full-fat
Oh,
Fairlife.
yes.
It was amazing.
Yes, I have done that too, and it's delish.
Oh, and Marie also points out that if you chug your Keto Chow shake, that might make you nauseated. Just take it a little longer to drink. And for me, I take a long time to drink them because I'm sitting there swishing it around in my mouth, savoring the flavor. Okay.
Let me ask.
Okay.
I got a great question from Trish. I'm fairly new to Keto Chow. I just realized that Irish cream has MCT oil in it. How many other flavors have it, and how much?
Okay. And actually, Marie, speaking of Marie, answered this question on the Facebook support group.
Thank you, Marie.
So we'll go here. If you search for Keto Chow canola oil, you'll find this. Does it have canola oil or sunflower? The short answer is it's on the ingredients list, but it's not in the actual packaged product, which is a weird answer.
Yeah, we're weird.
So the machines that are used to take the liquid flavor and turn it into a powder so that we can have it in Keto Chow need to be lubricated with something. And so a human edible oil is used for the lubrication just in case it makes its way into the final product. So in practice, there should be 0% of those oils and the flavors. And here's the kicker. Technically, we do not have to declare that those oils are in Keto Chow.
Yeah, because it's under a certain percent.
That's not how we do things around here. So a lot of people, so we include in some of the older flavors and some of the old things, like for instance, chocolate malt. Chocolate malt lists, I think it's sunflower oil, because it's one of the old flavors that we had. Actually, I still haven't gotten around to switching it over to MCT oil instead.
Okay.
It's listed on the ingredients. Is it actually in there? No. But I would rather that people, I don't want to expose someone who's allergic to an ingredient. So we could totally just say it's natural flavors.
Yep.
And nobody would know. We could pull that and everyone would be like, oh, it doesn't have blah, blah, blah. And technically it probably doesn't. But in this case, we are disclosing it even though we don't have to. And you actually see the same thing with, let's see. Natural.
Oh, natural flavors.
In SALTT, we do not use natural flavors to hide maltodextrin or other stuff. Mm-hmm. So
Even though we could.
Yeah.
Because it's legal.
I'll post the link to this. It's a big, long explanation, but
It's so many words, guys.
it's so many words. But
At least
it's,
that one had a pretty picture. The
it's-
first one was more boring.
yeah, well, it's an FAQ.
Boring.
It's a very nuanced topic, and a lot of people are like, well, why aren't you just forthcoming and tell us what's in it? It's like, well,
Well, we are.
let's see. Do 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 do. Still going, still going.
Too boring.
Specific aromatic compounds.
Go back.
Here we go. Here are the full flavors in actual strawberries. These are the names of the flavors. 2.5 dimethyl 4-methoxy 3,2-H furanone. What is that? It happens to be the most common strawberry flavor that makes strawberries taste like strawberries.
And the snozberries taste like
And the snozberries. Okay, and it's so funny. People often say, if you can't pronounce it, don't eat it. But these are the names of the chemicals.
Yeah.
Eggs contain acetone and formaldehyde, okay?
Yeah.
And, well, cabbage contains pesticides and known carcinogens. So just because something is natural doesn't mean it's good. And just because something has a long name that's difficult to pronounce doesn't mean it's bad. And also, telling people this laundry list of aromatic compounds,
It's just confusing.
it wouldn't do anybody a lick of good.
Yeah.
It literally would not help. And we get pushback from people all the time that are like, why do you have all these weird things like methylcobalamin in your product? It's like, that's vitamin B12.
They just don't know what that is.
Yeah. So, anyway, it's a
okay. I don't know what
difficult
that
and
is either.
nuanced topic. We try to make sure that we're being as forthcoming as we can. Mm-hmm. Because, well, it's what you do. Anyhow, now that I've bored everybody to death. Anyway, okay, Joanne says, I just want to say Marie Campos is a fantastic Keto Chow rep. She doesn't work for Keto Chow.
I
She's
agree.
just amazing.
She is amazing.
She is a community moderator who
She
just does it because she's
deserves
awesome.
all the love.
Storm Chasing Gal says, my smoothies make me sleepy. My banana has a first name. It's OSCAR. I know that's not how that goes.
Yeah. Okay.
My hot dog has a first name. Let's see. Suzanne is here. Hi there, Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne.
Joanna says, oh yeah, I already read that one. Jen says, last week I woke up with a killer headache. The caffeine did not touch.
Sorry.
Drank my salty and the headache disappeared.
Maybe you needed salt. It's magic.
Let's see. Cynthia says, not our Keto Chow. We love you. Erna, am I doing that? Saying that right?
Yeah.
Says, can you mix Keto Chow with kefir, unflavored? Also, can you use full fat canned coconut milk, or can you add coconut butter?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I would
you
experiment with it until you get it the way you like it.
can. Yeah. Really, you can use. I mean, I've had people have used peanut butter. They've used bacon fat. They've the chocolate core.
It's really
Works
good
really
with
good.
the beef tallow.
Beef tallow. It makes it taste like a chocolate donut. It's weird.
It's good.
Pretty much any fat. Now, I personally don't like it with the bacon fat. Carrie probably is right now saying, I like it with bacon fat. The flavor was too strong for me, even with chocolate. But
It just tasted like chocolate bacon.
our, at the time, 17-year-old son was like, I'll drink it. Whatever. But pretty much any fat will work just great.
We had
So
keto chow for
kefir,
breakfast this morning.
full fat canned coconut milk, absolutely.
Yep.
Coconut manna works really well.
Yeah, that's
also.
kind of a pain to mix, though.
Yeah. Rhonda says, has anyone ever used sour cream? Yes.
Yes. And cream cheese.
If so, what flavors does it work well with? Raspberry cheesecake.
Yes, it does.
And lemon meringue pie.
Yes, it does.
And really, sour cream is just cream with a acidic flavor added to it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you use lemon juice, but it totally works great. Michelle says, please update the website. Birthday cake is not showing as out of stock.
Oh, yep.
When you filter for limited edition, it's still there. Is it really? Let's see. Let's do it live.
Thank you for letting us know.
Birthday cake.
Limited edition. And you go scroll down and it says
Out of stock. Out of stock. Yep. Needs to be set.
Removed.
And by the way, this right here, you type in your email address, and the second we get more than...
Yeah, even before we announce it.
It's like, I think we get over 200 of them in stock.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to handle, somebody returned a box of them, and they're like, oh, these are still good.
Yeah.
Then you don't get notified. But when we actually restock it, yeah. So we'll get that fixed tomorrow.
Cake, isn't it? I just like it.
Risa says goodnight, Auntie.
Good night.
Oh, Amy just did subscribe. Nice.
Yay.
Meg says those are a lot of words. So boring.
I know.
I was giving a presentation at Keto-palooza.
Yeah.
And you were like, boring. Those are boring words.
I'm the worst. I'm sorry. Ooh, excuse me.
Ernest says, I'm sensitive to canola. Too much MCT, and I can have heavy cream, but 4 ounces is too much.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make Keto Chow work for me, having a problem, so I'm trying to find other ways. Great.
Just use half of it, half of that.
Oh, and Juliana. Okay. Yeah, I'd recommend checking out like avocado oil, coconut oil, maybe even butter.
Yeah, try butter and try using half so you can just try a little bit at a time, and that will help. Because 4 ounces is a lot to start with.
Amy wants to know, I just did a custom order box and it did not give me 15% off. How do I contact customer support?
At the bottom of the screen, down here
I'd
on the
recommend
website, there's a little question mark.
Order email.
Oh, that too.
But yes, so what Miriam's talking about.
There's a little question mark right there.
You can't see it
because we're in the way.
So it's this guy right here.
Click on it, and then
you type your question and stuff like that.
And say, hi.
Hi.
And then they'll get back to you when they're in the office, which is not right now.
But by far, the best thing to do is just reply to your order confirmation.
Because that will also take you to the same place.
Well,
and then they'll have your order number and stuff.
Then they have your order number and stuff. So.
Your answer's not better than mine.
Let's see, Marie says, peanut butter is the fat source for s'mores, or for any that might still have that flavor. Equals fluffer nutter shake.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And Juliana says, thank you so much for answering. Trying to make this work. Awesome. Oh, and Kel. Is that Kelly or Kel?
Could be. Either one. Cake donut with Wagyu tallow was great.
There you go.
I bet it would be.
Michelle says, the cake donut, yeah. Michelle says, it's when you use the filters, it's not in the out-of-stock filter. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay,
probably
because
it hasn't been tagged as out of stock yet.
Yeah.
Jen says, it would be great with raspberry cheesecake, graham cracker keto chow.
Oh, yeah. That would be. We don't have that, though.
We do not have that. We do have the...
Snickerdoodle.
And the gingerbread.
Oh, the gingerbread would be good.
Which I was talking to Chris Cooking Nashville. I'm like, what flavor even is graham cracker? And I think it's like honey, cinnamon. I can't remember what else.
I don't know.
Donna wants to know, is anyone going to COSI? We are.
Yeah.
Oh, are you going?
I'm going.
For realsies.
I keep saying that. Nobody believes me.
Miriam's for realsies going.
I'm going to go and I'm going to hang out with Nadir.
Okay. Lucy says, is the pork used in the pumpkin sausage soup supposed to be ground plain pork or pork breakfast sausage? Okay. We just use pork breakfast sausage.
We use just pork that's ground meat.
Yeah, we use pork sausage.
And it's good.
You could use the
Italian sausage.
Absolutely.
Which that
it's
reminds me, that lasagna recipe that we always make calls for Italian sausage. And we always just use ground beef, and it's so good.
It's fine.
Guys, you know what? You want to be proud of me? You're so proud of me, right? I've been batch cooking meal prep. I haven't done it for every day, but I didn't intend to. I did chili verde and I froze some. I did lasagna and froze it. I did meatloaf and we had one to eat, and then I froze another one. I made the little corn dog things. I call them corn dogs, but it's like sausages with a thing, the corn dog casing around it, and froze those. I made tuna patties and froze those.
So much meal prep. You're amazing.
I am amazing. Thank you.
Okay, Amy did reply to the order email.
Yay.
Awesome. Storm Chasing Gal wants a vanilla wafer keto chow.
Oh, that does sound
if
good.
you mix the vanilla cream with
Almond?
probably graham with the oh my gosh, it just went out of my head. The the one that we were just talking about.
Graham cracker.
No.
Gingerbread.
Gingerbread. That would probably do it. Or the snickerdoodle would probably do it too.
Yeah.
B. Wilk wants to know, can I return grapefruit salty that I found out I can't have because of my medications? Yeah. Reply to your order confirmation email. Contact our customer service people.
We'll work it out for you.
Chances are
They will be happy. They will be happy to take
Miriam
your
and
stuff, and I
will
will take it home.
probably end up, after you return it, we'll probably take it
Be
home.
like, what? Nobody wants this? Okay, I want it.
No, the grapefruit salty and the cherry and the lemon lime don't survive for more than about 5 or 10 minutes when it gets back.
It's gone.
If it's not in sellable condition, because stuff has to be perfect for us to sell it. So most of the time, if stuff comes back, we don't end up selling it.
Yep.
Ilga, I think, probably says, "Hi guys, I just want to tell you, thank you so much for all your work. Love Salty and I love the Keto Chow.
Oh, yay,
Can't
thank you.
live without it. Love your show and love you all."
Oh, you're so
That's
nice.
awesome.
Thank you.
Jen says it's not the same. Graham crackers are special.
Yeah, but they also are not supposed to be in my belly because they're not good for me.
It's true. Cynthia says graham crackers is a slight sweet nutty flavor with a hint of honey and cinnamon. That is true.
Sounds about right.
Amy is
Amy's
happy for
proud
you
of me.
for
Thank
your,
you.
for your meal prep. See, I don't really miss graham crackers.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because I know their history.
I used to just eat them with covered in frosting, but that's not good.
Storm Chasing Gal is talking about a cruise next month. So we're not going on a cruise. Joe and Rachel just came from a cruise.
Yeah, we're going on a cruise in the summer.
Yeah, so we
The low-carb
are
cruise.
going to be participating.
It's gonna be so fun.
If I go to low carb events. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you can type. There you
I
go.
apparently can't type.
La la la.
Okay, so you got Boca Raton.
Oh, that's like soon.
Yeah.
There is a cruise.
Well, that's Dr. Lisa Weidman. She's the
Carnivore, carb,
carnivore
sober.
doctor. Yeah, we're not going on that.
Oh, that's cool.
You got Kosai. We're going to that.
Yes.
Heath and Shelley got their Hungry Horde hangout. The same doctor's doing another one. That's in March. I think we're. I don't know if we're going to be able to make that.
I know.
But
there's something
meat
that
stock.
weekend.
And here's the low carb cruise. We are going to that.
We are going to go to that.
And it's to Hawaii.
Alaska.
Which is not the same as Hawaii.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Tropical paradise. I'm so excited to take our kids to Alaska and show them how pretty it is there.
We will not be scuba diving.
I wish we could
Not in
scuba
Alaska.
dive. I'm willing to do that. I am not afraid
It's
of the
pronounced
cold.
Kelly.
Yeah, well, it was a guess.
There you go. You were saying something about taking kids to Alaska.
I'm excited to show them. It's so pretty.
Debbie says would like to go to Kosai, but it's too far to drive. Yeah, Wisconsin to Nevada.
I'll drive there for you. It's 6 hours from us.
John says cinnamon toast Catalina Crunch is close enough alternative to graham
That's
cracker.
true. And you could take that and like crush it up and then put that in the bottom of like a little Keto Chow cheesecake. It'd be pretty good.
Now, for me, Catalina Crunch, I'm wary of the different
Ingredients.
of the starches and stuff that they're using in it. I find I have a hard enough time. There's a reason I use Keto Chow so much for my meals. I'm doing this to try and do the best that I can, and as you can tell, I got a long ways to go. But I have a problem with the cereals. Honestly, Magic Spoon seems to be okay for me. And
It's because it's not that good.
But if you take Magic Spoon and you
use
dump
Keto
in
Chow,
Keto Chow
then
instead of the
it's
milk,
better.
it's freaking amazing.
Yeah. Any keto cereal that has the Keto Chow for the milk is
You
the
could
best.
probably use crushed up plain pork rinds and it would be amazing, but
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Easy Peasy Keto wants to know, when are we going to Elkhart?
Oh, April. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I need to be getting those meetups ready.
Yeah.
Whoops.
It's the beginning of April. It's right around
Yes.
It's right around April Fool's Day.
I have it written down.
Yep.
Let me say the words. Wah, wah. You're going to find it before me?
Well, I sent you an email with a summary.
Oh, I could look at that.
Oh my gosh. Coming
My
back to
mind
the
is
calendar.
Somewhere else.
You've got Keto Orlando Summit at the end of July. Low Carb San Diego that's in August as well. So I think they might have another one. Low Carb USA might have another one because they.
Okay, we'll be in Elkhart March 31st through April 1st.
Okay.
And then we're going to be in Omaha. We're going to go to North Platte on April 5th. We're going to do Omaha on April 4th and Davenport on April 3rd.
Yeah, but we're not stopping for
Well, we'll do
meetups
meetups if we can.
Okay.
But for sure we know we have one in North Platte and we know we have one in Elkhart, Indiana.
On which day, Elkhart?
The 31st, right?
Available in the evening in Elkhart, Nebraska, Monday, March 31st, and possibly April.
Yeah. But I wrote
1st.
down different things than that because I actually figured out what we were going to do. I just didn't actually.
Okay. This is we went on an
same
Alaskan cruise for our 20th anniversary 16 years ago.
Aww.
Alaska has regions that are cold rainforest. Yes. We could wear shorts at
Yes.
sea level, cold or higher up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and we went thinking it was going to be
September.
cold, and
It was great.
it was not cold.
There were, I saw like 2 mosquitoes, and it was when we were at the bear preserve.
Oh, I got a couple bites actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But we're going to be going in June this next time. And
Yeah, so it'll
apparently
probably
the mosquitoes are going to be terrible.
Yeah.
But we're going to have, we're going to be getting home on the summer solstice.
We're always young when we get on these
So
live
we might
streams.
have almost 24-hour sun while we're up there.
Wow, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Anyway, okay. And John says, I agree with Catalina Crunch. It's time for us to get off.
Okay.
So we're going to go.
So we're going to go make cheesecake and put Catalina Crunch under it.
I don't know
Except
about
I don't
that.
actually have any, but that does sound delicious.
We do not have any Catalina
We could
Crunch.
go to the store right now.
I guess you could. Anyway, you all have a fantastic night. We'll
Yep.
see you
Thanks
next
for
week.
hanging out.
Yeah, and we'll catch you later.
See ya.